high school level. So it's a honor, it's a pleasure to be here with all of you. Well, let me to summarize, okay, how was the process of this debate contest. In our previous classes, all students were invited to participate in the preliminary debate. So thank you so much, students, for your participation in the preliminary. So all of you are winners too. Please, can you give some claps for our students for their participation? Of course, as a teacher, we have to select, we have to choose the outstanding scores. And these are the results, okay? So now you are going to appreciate, you are going to observe, okay, how our students are going to debate and going to discuss, okay, some controversial topics in our society. So, dear students, good luck. So this is the opportunity to demonstrate what have you learned during the year. Okay, so control, manage your emotions, okay? Thank you so much for your attendance, teachers, academic coordinator, the head of the school, parents, okay? So I hope you can enjoy this competition. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to give the pass to our moderators. These are our ex-students, no? These are for the promotion 2023. Okay, thank you. Claps for them, please. Okay, yeah. It's a pleasure, esteemed candidates, all the students present at this school today. We were like students during the promotion activity teacher sets in 2023, and we have also the pleasure to be in your places. Now we trust that you are going to give your the best effort of each other, and we want to know also the capacities that you have been developing through these classes, because there is a key where you need to discuss some ideas as well as implementing some of the knowledge that we have in this language. So Nadia and I are very grateful for the invitation of being here, and we're going to listen to all your effort and also give you the necessary feedback that would be a pleasure for enhancing the progress that you have been definitely doing during these classes.
Thank you, Angelina. Of course, we are so grateful to be here. I think this experience is really enriching for you, because when you go to real life, you realize that this is really important. This language is really important when you go to college, when you go to looking towards a job. So I think that we are really excited to see new faces, to see new talents that are going to be our future in this nation.
Now, we invite you to please stand up and accompany us to sing the home anthem.
Simón Izquierdo, me había olvidado que chino, así que no canto chino tampoco.
We ask for
Yo siempre seamos por siempre, antes de su sol, que faltemos al voto solemne, que la patria al eterno legó, que faltemos al voto solemne, que la patria al eterno legó. Que faltemos al voto solemne, que la patria del eterno.
Sí, hasta ahí.
¡Viva el Perú!
Sí, unas palabras a la directora y esto y esto. Las palabras de la directora. Ajá, palabras de directora, le dices como que bienvenidos al jurado, al público, y ahora vamos a iniciar con lo cual va a ser la sesión de debate, ¿ok?
Okay. Well, we hope you can enjoy this tournament, as well as we are going to give some agreement for the director. Our advisor. Yeah, because we wait that you can also hear her opinion and importance of her presence.
Muy buenos días, queridos padres de familia, queridos estudiantes. Como bien dijo la Miss Sandra, este es un proceso súper importante. Les ha deseado mucha suerte a nuestros estudiantes que van a participar. Y sí, tengo un consejo que lo aprendí hace exactamente 10 años en mi anterior colegio. Y lo aprendí de mis estudiantes. Mis estudiantes me hicieron un feedback y se hicieron un feedback entre ellos y dijeron una frase muy potente que hasta ahora me queda. El debate no es pelea. El debate no es pelea. Es argumentar con tus razones lo que has investigado sin ofender al otro, sin acalorarse. Yo sé que a veces creemos tener la razón, pero obviamente una realidad tiene muchas vistas, ¿no? Entonces, estos temas que ustedes han investigado, y sé que producto de la formación que reciben aquí en Innova, ustedes habrán investigado mucho, habrán visto todo el vocabulario, habrán aprendido nuevo vocabulario, y de pronto eso puede desequilibrar al otro, pero nada. Esta es una fiesta académica, es una fiesta en inglés. Agradecemos la presencia de todos ustedes, en especial de los padres. Agradecemos la presencia de la Miss Alejandra Mandujano, para que pida un fuerte aplauso, que ha venido en calidad de jurado. Y sobre todo a todo el equipo de inglés por haber hecho realidad este evento de tanta relevancia y de tanto significado académico y personal. Muchas gracias y que ganen los mejores. Muchas gracias, chicos.
In fact, the point of our discussion, or a debate, is find an agreement. So now we continue with the respective presentation of this group.
in charge of Nadia.
La presentación de los grupos. Ok, tenemos.
Okay, now we have the first topic that is influence of cartoons on children's behavior. In favor, we have Diana Rojas, Camila, Milagritos, Lucana, Camila Cachán, Gracie Rivas, Mateo Canales. Against, we have Liam Hualpa, Ana Reyes, Peirano, Fernando, Chiara Zurita, and Samantha Lozano.
Clap for all.
To be exact, in order to present you the order that this respective debate is going to be run, firstly, we're going to start with the poster statements. You know that there is a time where the teams are going to give us the point or the position towards the situation of this motion mentioned by Nadia. Then we continue with the core debate. Next, the free debate, that is a time where you are going to have dialogue towards the topic. Next, we have the conclusion of the debate. And finally, there's going to be the formation ceremony. So, we invite you to accompany us in all of this process. And we invite the team leaders of the team to shake hands in the middle of the scenario, please. Your team leaders?
Team leaders. Yes. Okay. Shake hands, please. Shake hands, please. Okay.
May the best team win. Okay.
Ahora que pasa. Okay. Shall we start? Shall we start? Okay.
Okay, please, teammate and aside participant will present its poster for 90 seconds, okay?
¿Me dice tiempo?
A moment, please. We are going to put the timer so you can deliver. Team A, team in favor. In favor, please. Who is in favor? Them? Okay. One assigned participant can present its poster for 90 seconds, please.
When you're ready.
When you're ready, please.
Tienes que presentar tu postura.
Ajá.
Okay, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask you this. If, as neuropsychology, that software reminders every experiences change the architecture of the brain, can we afford to underestimate the influence of what children watch? Our position is clear. Cartoons exert a positive and lasting impact on children's behavior. This is evident in narrative where kindness and perseverance are rewarded, while aggression and selflessness lead to failure. This is also, we have cartoons. Moreover, cartoons are expected to be crucial for children. In essence, we used to be able to understand children, how to manage them, and how to teach them to be prepared for the future and not to wrong them or have bad ideas for them. Cartoons should not be as a background noise. They work as an informal education, shaping values and emotional intelligence that formal education have not. So, for all these reasons, we firmly support that cartoons should be able, cartoon influence children's behavior in a positive and meaningful way.
Thank you. Give time to the floor. Now we continue with the next position and representative of the against team. The time is running at the first word.
Children watch, children imitate. Cartoons aren't innocent. They are supervised teachers shaping their minds. From violent scenes in Tom and Jerry to gender stereotypes in recent stories, cartoons are sending messages to young children that they absorb without question. Far from encouraging and sharing healthy behaviors, cartoons normalize aggression, other roles, and encourage consumerism through endless merchandising. Studies like Bandura's famous Google Doll prove that cartoons, children's copy the behaviors they see in cartoons. Were they good or bad? Unfortunately, most of the cartoons that our children watch are related with conflict, not values. We aren't just talking about entertainment. This is science education with long-lasting consequences. And it is our responsibility to acknowledge and address the reality. And this, eventually, led us to an important reflection. Are cartoons really necessary for the children's development? That's why our group firmly believes that cartoons, far from being a good influence for the children's behavior, have a negative impact on this one. Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to straight to your arguments. Please, Team B, Team Against, present a poster with new arguments for 2 minutes. Against, please. You have 2 minutes to support your poster. See? Yes.
Habla fuerte, porque no escucho.
The concern of cartoons is many children. Many adults rely on cartoons because they grew up with them, like, for example, Looney Tunes, which for adults may seem like a good cartoon, which is still with character. But they don't realize that this affects highly other children. This cartoon presents a highly pictures or animated scenes with violence, which children often see this and they don't difference the reality with fiction, and they may copy these behaviors. For example, a review from the American Academy of Psychiatry said that 100% of these children who are exposed to violence on cartoons are often aggressive and playgrounds. They tend to harm other children because they don't difference that. They don't know if these actions are good. Another example is Ethel which is a cartoon of the parents. This cartoon many of the characters present a opposite recovery. All of the characters insult each other. For adults, this may seem like funny or entertainment, but if children start to copy this behavior, especially they could generate an atmosphere of violence and aggression. In summarize, a lot of cartoons, especially from the early 90s, which are really present really not good behavior, which children may copy, and this could affect in the future.
Thank you very much. So we hope that the other two.
Okay. We hope that the other team can give us, and going very straightforward, their position. We are going to have 2 minutes, so we invite you to the next discourse. Okay, 1 minute.
You have 1 minute to rebut. A rebuttal. 1 minute for a rebuttal.
Your point of view is that you can even compare Teletubbies to Rick and Morty or Marvel. You compare an adult swing car example, Bambi. Dolphin cartoons or similars are designed for the people who still likes the cartoons. The main definition of cartoon is an animation made of graphics. Like music and animation are many genres, and they tell a unique story.
Thank you very much. We continue with the next one.
Now, please, team in favor. You're in favor, right? Okay. Now, please, team in favor will have 2 minutes to set a new argument.
Cartoons have a very important. Cartoons have a positive impact on children's learning and thinking. They are not just animated, but cartoons have a very positive impact on children's learning and thinking. They are not just entertainment. If we choose them well, they become one of the best tools to teach because they mix images, sounds, and emotions. Three things that together keep and catch children's attention. Brain science says that using many senses at the same time activates several parts of brain, like, for example, which helps memory, focus, and critical thinking. Educational cartoons teach basic things like shapes, numbers, colors, and even languages in a fun and dynamic way. This not only makes early learning easier, but also builds a strong basis for future school success. This is very important in the first 11 years because how they feeling about can make a big difference in their future development.
Okay, thank you. Now, team again will have a minute to rebut.
Good luck.
Okay, let's be honest. Cartoons are not real animations. At the best, they teach some things, very different things, numbers, words, and at the same time, they express negative behaviors like aggressive, stereotypes, and consumers. Okay, and some people say the parental control is the solution because they have the control to the children, but that's a realistic opinion because a lot of parents in these years work a long time, and for this reason they doctor these children, and this is one of the bad points in this education. Because of education, I can say education does come from to flashy characters or aggressive jokes. The real intentions come from the schools, parents, and the real life.
Time. Okay, now we ask for other member to give a new argument they haven't given before.
2 minutes.
You're going to have time to establish 2 minutes.
Many contemporary cartoons have smart tools to encourage children to develop emotions that are soft. It is because they start to feel that self-worth are more important than emotional well-being.
they start to use that in that way. They start to not to things in creativity and create their own work that doesn't come from them. They want to have new things like clothes or brand clothes, and they it's for the influence that cartoons have in the children. And usually characters have expensive clothes, use brand clothes, and it makes the children want to have the same thing. And that's not why they have to use their own emotions. Thank you very much.
Now, please, team in favor will have a minute to rebut.
One minute.
What you say to me, say that it's more than a family problem than about what children watches. Because you say that fathers, in many cases, are not prepared about the children, and if you do that, the children obviously are going to do whatever they want, and that's very important because it includes in their conductor, in their control, and can generate disorder, a conduct disorder that is very important, but it's not related to what they are seeing. It's they are about their family and about their parents, not about what they are going to watch in the TV. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Now, team in favor will have 2 minutes to set a new argument.
Well, let's begin with how cartoons build social and life skills in children. According to educational resources like Interpedia in 2024, mentions that cartoons are educational tools that can help children understand complex ideas and develop a visual learning style. Children could have emotional regulation and cooperation that give children basic group skills that they can use for their lives. Also, it's important to understand the concept that
Acá hay cuatro, son seis acá. Yo creo que tenemos que usar dos veces más esto para que los dos tengan la oportunidad de usar su momento. Acá acaba, sí, acá acaba. Entonces, por 2 veces más vamos a seguir con esto y ya luego vamos al video.
His memory and critical thinking. These things are related to the benefit to vocabulary and develop a learning style. In the aspect that they are designed to result in a rich new vocabulary in a fun, repetitive format. It's also included that they will help them to introduce new vocabulary and maybe to increase critical thinking in a better way.
Thank you.
Okay, now team against will have a minute to rebut.
Sí.
Said, cartoons are not. Cartoons doesn't have real education. Cartoons only have a superficial education. We can see that cartoons. We can see that cartoons many times have benefits, but instead of this, cartoons have many risks, like bad behaviors. For example, violence, stereotypes, consumerism. real education is found in real life experiences, talking with friends, talking with, I don't know, with even your family, drawing, and maybe having new experiences out of your house. Not only watching a screen, not only watching cartoons that are destructive for our children. They have to experiment new things, new ways to learn. Not only see cartoons in order to try to learn new things.
Now we invite to another member in order to introduce a new argument.
Yo no estoy preparado más. ¿Está bien? Ya, está bien. Okay.
So now we are going to change the order, and now we are going to pass to the free debate. We invited for person class, and now, we're going to have each other 30 seconds in order to review some point you identify if the other team have made, or even introduce a new argument if you want. Okay?
We will have 5 minutes for this. Any of you can start.
At the first word.
Do you look this candy? Well, cartoons are just like this. They can be sweet and colorful at first, but when a child consumes candy every day, it don't notice it. What we need is not cartoon entertainment that only promotes violence as comedy, stereotypes as normal, and consumerism as desire. Again, we don't need empty sugar. What we really need is real values, real learning, and real human interaction. Again, dear teachers, students.
Time. Established for 30 seconds. Yeah, you can go out of the call.
Samba is a cartoon created by Pacapac Animation in the year 2010. Teach about Argentinian history out of the view of a child. That's a good example how we can use cartoon for good purpose. Like Samba, there are many TV shows, cartoon series who can teach or kids in a different way. The choice meets a hero if we only focus in the background.
Time. In order to inform you, we're going to talk 10 seconds before the time ends, okay?
As I mentioned before, we have to think about the relevance and the importance of cartoons in nowadays children's influence. Well, one of the consequences of cartoons, or maybe the hours that our children spend watching cartoons, are the social skills, their attention, and even the fail are advanced. Well, so this may ask for a question. Are cartoons really necessary for nowadays children's development? Well, I don't think so, because there are no ways of learning, and we can also have improve our skills in different ways, not necessarily by cartoons.
Time. Now we have 30 seconds more. Please, the next member of the team is invited to the floor to introduce the rebuttal or a new argument.
Okay, so you're fully thinking about mention and correction. Have you ever heard another cartoons who don't have this? There is a lot of these who are like Paw Patrols, My Little Pony, or some of them that are not necessarily from this. The cartoons shows consequence, not words. Like modern shorts teach empathy. Also, have you ever heard about autistic child that introduce study lessons with cartoons characters increase learning. Yes, they develop their skills in communication or in friendship skills. With the guidance of parents, they can.
We continue with the next one. Do you want to move forward, please? Establish at the first one.
Okay, can I say it? Children who watch fantasy based on cartoons excessively may stretch or disperses between fiction and reality, and these children can differentiate the reality of the real life. And this is really bad because when the children welcome to the real world, they don't know what things are correct or not correct because they confuse this with the fiction world. And sorry, but this is one of the best parts because the world is here.
Now we continue with the next team member. Okay, they ask for some seconds. Yeah. At the first word.
There is a simple answer. Active parental involvement. That means choosing and monitoring content, limiting time, educating children about what is fantasy and what is a real life situation, fun activities behind the screen, and real public. If parents are really involved and really appreciated children and their growth, they are going to make a space and have time to talk and reflect about what is right and what is wrong in the cartoons.
Now we continue with the next member, please.
I can say also that many people say that cartoons promote the creativity. Instead of that, cartoons limit the creativity, making our child to copy, not to invent, not to imagine new things, only to see, watch videos and copy the things that make videos. So cartoons only limit the education and the creative development of the children. It doesn't help too much. So
time.
Thanks.
There is a rest two participations, so please 30 seconds for another team member.
Si nos queda un minuto y medio. Any of you? No.
Your time is run.
Okay, so you were talking about the children's fantasy. Have you ever heard about that this can shape their personality, the imagination and the sensibility, and the moral sense of what is right and what is wrong? Remember that these children are, kids that have 2 and 5 years or more, because 10 of them converting adolescents. So we can say about also can say about they can learn facial expressions body for the children who don't know
Imagine that children is watching this normal cartoon, but you don't know that this cartoon is going to make a difference for your personality. Imagine Johnny Bravo is an cartoon from the early 90s, which this cartoon is the main character often is around ladies, but imagine saying that your child has seen this show, has now grown up and is updated behind women, abusing them,
Would you be proud of that? Would you be proud of
Time. Now we have our last participation.
A study published in the International Journal of Computer Graphics and Animation in 2014, named Child Education Through Animation, an experimental study, proved that a group of primary school students, they're taught by interactive materials and animations, get a better improvement in their ability to know knowledge and acquire new skills. And the results are better if it is combined with teachers' teaching methods. So cartoons are not the villains of the story. Cartoons are a very interesting tool in the education of new generations. Thank you.
Now we're running to the conclusion of the debate. Each team will have 90 seconds to tell your conclusion. Are you ready to tell your conclusions?
Team A sees that cartoons are hard, fun, and even educational, but it's time to be realistic. Cartoons are not harmful entertainment. They promote violence as humor, reinforce stereotypes, and encourage consumerism that pressures family. They shape values in ways that harm rather than help, and this is a truth we cannot ignore. Cartoons may look colorful, but the lessons they teach are dark. If we really care about our children's future, we must see cartoons for what they are: harmful influences disguised as harmless fun. Do you see that shape? These are cartoons. They look innocent. They promote violence, like this wolf. Okay, so children, parents, dear students, or children, and today it's time to change it. Thank you.
Good job. Now we continue with another member of the In Favor team. You are going to have 90 seconds to establish your conclusion.
In conclusion, it's important to be meticulous about the cartoons that kids are watching. Parents have to be ensured the cartoons are educational and don't contain violence, because cartoons can entertain but also can learn. Cartoons demonstrate you fictitious cases and expand your point of view, because they demonstrate you different ways as the world works, and make you analyze about all the topics that you can see. Cartoons are a visual appeal that stimulates the sense through colors, through values that characters of cartoons have, and that demonstrate you about and make you to understand when something is right and when something is wrong. Mostly the critical thinking and making child to understand that world is not always rosy, and you're not going to get whatever you want whenever you want. And that's very important, because it makes you have critical thinking, and child are going to have it with cartoons, expanding their creativity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, this is the time of the debate. Yes. Okay. We're going to take a picture of each one. Okay. May please the teams go to the center. Stand up, please, to take your picture. The hearing will be concluded.
In order to conclude, we wanted to congrats them with claps. Please.
Claps, please, claps.
¿Cuánto tiempo van a pasar para los resultados? Para los... ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Va a venir número musical? 10 minutos, ok.
We are going to have a break of 2 minutes before a numeral of musical presentation performance are going to be given. Next, we're not going to have this part, and we're going to have this break before the results are given. So please, we invite you to wait for long. Please, members, you can take a seat. Yeah, take a seat.
Al final. Entonces seguimos 10 minutos y empezamos con el otro equipo. Ok.
Please, members, stand up and go to your seats. We'll have a second debate after the 10-minute break.
El número va a ser al final.
Ajá. Ay, yo estoy viendo por YouTube. ¿Es en serio? Sí.
Ay, está grabando ahí con la tablet.
Sí, pues hay que sentarnos. Tenemos 10 minutos.
Ay, faltas.
El profesor me dijo que podemos pedir lo que queramos en la tienda.
Sí, se dijo. So cute.
Son los del segundo de gato.
Sí, hay que ver. Ya, ¿dónde está? ¿Tienes el limpiatipo? Pero dile que no, Omar, dile. Complicado. Uy, ¿dónde está el...? ¡Ay, qué hacen mis heces! 10 minutos de... Bueno, quedarán ir al baño de repente.